Get these glasses on. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Can you hear me? Jill, let me know if you can hear me. Good morning to you. Good morning. Okay, I don't see anybody. Oh, Jill can hear me. Okay, excellent. You can hear me? Okay, great. All right, Jill, I did something else. I hope you can hear me. Oh, we got Jill in here. Where's Valerie? Valerie. Where's Valerie today? Jill, see if you could get Valerie and Ferguson. Okay, 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 okay. I was just doing my adding. I don't know. It looks dark in here. Let me see if I can get some more lights on. Yes, 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 yes. See if this helps at all. I don't know if that helps. That didn't help at all. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. Oh, that helped a teeny little bit. Teeny little bit. Oh, Deb is in Vegas. I can't wait to get her spending allowance for next week. All right. Okay, good. Good, good, good. All right. Okay. Well, I'm hoping everything is good with you. I am hoping everything is good with you. Let's see. I'm going to try something. Uh, Anybody on the line? Anybody on the line? Anybody on the line? Okay, Val, no answer. Okay. It is something. Okay, here we go. Let's try this. I'm trying something different today just to see. Hang in there with me, Jill. I'm trying something. It is something. Okay. I actually am on the live, and I'm gonna see if I. Okay, here we go. Let's try this. I'm trying something. Okay, I'm different today just to see. Hang in there with me, Jill. I'm trying something. I'm trying to. Okay. I actually am on the live. On this other phone. I'm gonna see if I. Okay, here we go. Let's try this. I'm trying something. Okay. it won't let me, it won't let me. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started, Jill, because we're 5 minutes in. I don't see anyone else on. They're probably still basking in the basking in the. It won't let me. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started, Jill. Okay, I was just trying to see if it will. Okay, just seeing what it would do on another phone. Alrighty, so how? First of all, Jill, I have some great news. Great news. Some excellent news, as a matter of fact. Okay. Thank you for saying happy Thanksgiving. I sent it out to a few people. We'll see if they come on. But Jill, I just want to tell you, I'm happy for several reasons. I been doing the intermittent fasting, and I did 5.2 pounds that I lost since October 31st. Super excited. I'm just getting on the scale once a week. That's all I need to do. But I'm doing my gallon of water, my portion control, my intermittent fasting. My eating window is 12 to 7:30. So that's been going really well. And I'm just excited about that. I feel good. I can even see it in my face, little slim down in my face. I feel it in my abdominal area. And so what I'm going to try to do is like maybe 100 sit-ups, these and then these. But anyway, and then do some plankies. Try to do my planks. I don't know why I always say plankies, but some planks. So I can target my abdominal area. And I started back with my probiotics, and that has really helped a lot with my bloating. So that's where I am. That's where I am. So I just feel good that it's been October. We're almost a month in. Yeah. So this coming week will be a month. And I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad. And because I see the fruits of it, I just want to continue to do it. And the other thing I want to tell you is I got an opportunity to be on a podcast with a really influential person in Atlanta. So I'm just waiting for their people to, let me know the dates and all. But that's exciting. And then Wednesday, this past Wednesday, I was on with a whole bunch of other nurses on a podcast. I was one of the guests. They had two guests. And I was able to talk about financial empowerment. And it was all nurses. All nurses. It was so wonderful. The two co-hosts were nurses, and one's out of Atlanta, one's out of Augusta, my hometown. And it was really great because the one from Atlanta, she follows me on my TikTok, and so she got with her partner from Augusta and said, "Oh, this girl, you need to check her out." And then so she started following me, and then now they asked me to come on. It was wonderful. Just got to talk about how I got the debt free thing going, and how I started being a budget coach, and just talking to people about retiring and making that money make sense on $25 a week or $45 a week. So that was that, and that was to me a really good week because that was like my first invite. And then I talked about my experience with motivation and empowerment speaking. So that went really, really well. Yeah. So let's go ahead and jump into it because it is 10 minutes now. Okay. So this is week 7. Yeah, week 7. Week 7 that we're going to talk about. And yes, week 7 was very interesting for me. Week 7 was very interesting for me. A lot going on. And, my friends were here the week before and had a fabulous time. And they left actually the Monday after we started the Sunday, but I didn't spend any money that Sunday. while they was here. So I had a good clean start. Yeah, because they would, I had them out of town up there. They were just spending, buying suitcases to get that stuff back home. But anyway, so then Monday came, I dropped them off at the airport. So then my week started, by myself. And so what I did was, I was just so excited with things, just coming around Turnpike. I actually had a fabulous week. It was a little quiet in the house because you were used to a little activity and all. But I think it was Tuesday. Yeah, after I left the Tuesday, I went and I had some lunch. And well, it really wasn't lunch because yeah, it wasn't lunch. It was more like a late dinner. But it was a late lunch, early dinner, and it was fabulous, fabulous. And I spent $20.04, and that was with my tip and all. And went to one of the restaurants that I love, love, love. And then around Thursday, I was like, oh, I want to get out again. And then I went to another restaurant and I had dinner there. And it was 24.66. I think it was considered their happy hour, but it was fun. And I met some cool people there, and I had a lot of fun. And so that was like 44.70, right? So I really only had 30 cents. But of course, I went to the, what you call it, the Dollar Tree, and I ended up spending $10. But there was a lady in front of me; she didn't have whatever, so I gave her three. Uh, swipe for $3. So really, I went over like maybe $6.70. Yeah, $6.70 instead of the 9.70. I went over $6.70. So that's what I did. But technically, for you guys, it was 9.70 that I went over. So that was what happened with me this week. Sticking with the plan, making sure you guys do what you need to do. I am excited because we're in that was week 7. Tomorrow we're going into week 8. Don't you feel empowered? Don't you feel good that you're at least sticking within those parameters of your 25 or 45? And if not, it was Black Friday. I can't wait to hear what people did did last week. But let me tell you what I did. I have made a commitment to go on live on TikTok on Fridays. I will be live on Fridays on TikTok. Eastern Standard Time, 11 a.m. and Pacific Standard Time will be 8. And I did it this past Friday, which was yesterday. And I just woke up and I was like, I just need to engage. I did a whole hour and 15 minutes. When I tell you we had fun, the first 15 minutes, we talked about intermittent fasting, how I was doing, what my weight goals were, and that what I had lost and my eating window and all of that. And then I just started talking about finances and I was so excited. It was just like, brrr, I couldn't stop. It was so addictive. Let me tell you, it was so addictive. I kept saying, okay, I'm gonna let you guys go. And then they would put something in the chat and then I would just go, 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 go. I was on point for like a whole hour. My phone did something weird, cut off like twice. Those people were still, when I reassessed and got back on, they were still there. I had over 411 people in and out of the chat in that hour and 15. And for someone to not acknowledge it, to not have, said anything about what I was doing, I was just so excited, like super, super excited. Like I didn't give them any notification. I just was like, I'm live. This is me. This is what I want to talk about. And it was fabulous. So what I'm telling you now is we talked about their weekly spending allowance, and I gave them this great shout out about what we're doing here in YouTube with saving and saving an emergency fund, and also paying off our debt reduction, starting with our lowest bill. And then I also talked to them about, just forgiving themselves and walking in the fullness of this new person that will stop spending. And so it was just great going down the mantra about first thing you need to do is what? Stop spending. And the second thing you need to do is what? Come up with a spending allowance of $25 or $45. And while you're doing that, you're forgiving yourself for the past mistakes and all the bills that you have acquired, but you're stop spending. And then the next thing you do is start working on that emergency fund. And that emergency fund is we're trying to get $100. So everything extra you have, we want you to put towards that emergency fund. That's what we want you to do. That's what we want you to do. Put towards that emergency fund. And the next thing we want you to do is start paying off your debt with your lowest debt. We call that debt reduction. We're going to do the snowball starting with the lowest debt, which we said was $200 that you normally put $10. Now you're going to put $50 a month on it and pay it off in 4 months. But while you're doing that, you're going to make sure, what are you going to do? You're going to make sure that you are what? Paying on the minimum for the other bills, paying on time, no missed payments, because we want to keep those credit scores going. And then after you pay off that $200, then you go to the next one, the next one, the next one. In the meantime, you're working on that budget, seeing how you're going to conquer that debt, and you're going to stop spending, and you're going to be so excited when you pay off that first bill. You're going to be jumping up and down, and that is the stimulus, the thing that's going to get you going to keep going on this journey. Some of you are going to start selling things out of your home. Some of you are going to start downsizing and figuring out you don't need as much as you thought you needed. And some of you are going to get a part-time job or work some overtime just for a season to start getting the debt down, getting the debt down, getting the debt down. And then you're going to tell people that are near and dear to you and come together as a tribe, just as we are, to stop spending. That's what we're going to do. We're going to stop spending. That is the whole goal, is to stop spending and seeing where you are and walking in the fullness of that great person that you know that you are. You know that you are. And so those are the goals and the objectives. Now, this is what I want you to really think about. We're in the 27th day. I can't remember what day it is. 26th day of November. We only have maybe 30 more days left, 35 more days left in this year. So what does that mean? That means that we need to be making some type of goal for next year. And so this is what I want you to do. I'll tell you exactly. I'm looking at the calendar. That's 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 36 days, 36 more days. That's what we are. 36 more days before the new year. You need to make a plan. What I do is I make a financial plan for me. And I have my budget, but a goal, like this year I did the 50,000. And actually I'm probably going to end up doing like 52 for the year, but I'm saving, and so that's the high yield of a savings account. And then I have the 1,500 in the emergency fund. But make sure that you set your goals. So I have some new goals that I'm setting for the first of the year. Don't want to really say it yet, but I have about 6 real substantial goals, more business related goals, a couple of work related goals. Just so excited about seeing what I did this year and challenging myself a little farther. Okay, I see that. Okay, thanks, Val. Enjoy your house guests doing breakfast, and send me some of that good breakfast that you're making. I need some of that fruit. Yeah, some diced fruit. But anyway, I'm so excited because if you don't have goals and objectives, you're just all over the place. It just helps you keep namaste, as they would say in California. Keep you at peace where you know what you're supposed to do. And I'm telling you, if you can give your children 3 things, I would tell you to give your children. And I want you to write this down. No matter how old they are, you should try to get them to work on time management and also money management. That is like the second thing. Time management, money management. And when you have your time management together, oh my God, it is just so good because you can really control your day. And when you have money management skills, basic money management skills, It is wonderful. And then teaching them the savings principle, saving early in life. That will be like something that I wish that I could do. And then the other thing is not procrastinating. Like, I know I said three, but it's probably going to end up being five. Like, when you procrastinate, it's just like, oh my God, you get behind and you get so stressed out because you're behind, and it brings anxiety. Now, I'm speaking from a place of personal experience. And like, I'll give you an example. Like, I am so purposeful with my finances. I get up, I know I could tell you where every dime that I spent goes. Like, but when it comes to other things, I'm like, oh, I gotta work on my time management. But if you ask me to do something with finances, talk to somebody about finances, go somewhere and do something about finances, I'm all good. But anything else, I kind of just do it when I want to do it, and that's not really good. So just totally being together. Like, a couple of weeks ago, I think I talked to you guys about my home. Like, before my friends came, I was like all over the place because working from home. You're just all over the place. I'm like, you have an office. Why are you not in it? Because it's junky. And so because it's junky, you just close the door and then you go in your loft, and then your loft is all junky. It's like, find a place. Then you go downstairs, and then your kitchen's junky. You might not have no dishes, but you have things all over the place. You got the laptop down there. You got all these papers brought out. So what I'm saying is just time management, organizational skills, and money management, and just no procrastination. And also eating healthy, being mindful of our health and exercise. I think these are the things, these are pearls that I think that we should give our family and friends. We really should. We should give our family and friends these type of lessons learned. We're now in our 40s and 50s. And if I could do some things different, oh man, if I had my time management skills together, and having all those degrees, and I remember like turning in papers, like working on it the night before, like outlined it 2 weeks ahead, but then the night before, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, you make an A, but still, stress yourself out, and it's not good. It's not good. So let's try to work on that. And then, so next week, I really want you guys to think about what your next 35 days is going to be. Because what I don't want you to do is end the year in a whole bunch of debt, just like you started 2023 in a whole bunch of debt, then you end a whole bunch of. At least say that you paid something off, you learned some skills. What did you do that was different? My students, I have about 15 students at the University of Nevada at Reno, and they're medical students and they're fourth year. And I had them to, what they're doing is I gave them the Tuesday off for Thanksgiving so they can have that whole week. But I gave them a budget to do for dinner, to plan dinner for some adults and some children. But I only gave them $150. And I think it's like 20 people. So good luck with that. And the point of that was to see how they mentally would think about downsizing. And they didn't have to make a traditional meal because all of them from different cultures. So I wanted them to make their culture food, somebody else's culture food, because I tell people that's from America, stop eating all that turkey and dressing, that same old. Like for Christmas or Thanksgiving, do that. But then I like low country brawl. Sometimes you do a Mexican thing, you could do an Italian thing. Just do something different because there's so much gobble that you can eat. There's so much ham you can eat. Like, come on, do something different. So I can't wait for them to turn in. And one or two of them have turned in, but this is my holiday. I'm not thinking about them. I'll check it on next week. But I just can't wait to get with them to see, like, what did they do? What did they do? Just to see how things went. So that I am totally excited about that. So how are you guys doing for the rest of this year? Like, what are your plans? I know some people are still traveling. I know I have some travel plans. I'm super excited about my travel plans. I'm going about 5 different places before the year is out. So excited. Let's see. Yeah, 5 different places, and I can't say where I'm going yet. Yes, I can't say where I'm going yet. But I am going. And I really need to refresh and recharge. And I have some business things that I'm going to do while I'm gone. Yeah. So let me just be honest with you. I got to tell you one of the things that I'm struggling with. I think they call it the imposter syndrome. And ever since I started on these live social medias, which I really don't like, I know this has to be Almighty God because I can't stand social media. But my love for talking about finances and empowering people trumps that. But the comments that people put in the chat, they don't say anything about what you're saying about finance. They'll say something about the way you look or the way you sound or just crazy stuff, what you have on, and that stuff bothers me. But the two things that I am struggling with, and Shakespeare says, "To thine own self be true," is completing my book. It's because I know I don't want to be critiqued. And so I have two more chapters, and those last two chapters are about the last 2.5 years of how I've sustained. So the book in itself is done, but those two chapters, because I think it's only fair that it's been 2.5 years that people know, oh man, she did all of that, 124K in 16 months on $25 a week allowance. But what has she done for those 2.5 years? Like, what has she done? And that is the point of to say that yes, I did that, but look, I was able to not only maintain, but I was able to get rentals and and save this much money and move and do things with my career and start this new business. Like, those are the things that I want to say. But getting back to that imposter syndrome, and I know that the book will bless people and help people, but I still struggle. So that is my goal for December 31st, is to totally have that done and at the publishers. And I got to sneeze. Excuse me. Excuse me. That is one of the stressors that I have with that imposter. The number two is um, like getting on that podcast with that woman. That is kind of nervous, and I have got everything ready for my podcast except my backdrop and my logo. And so the young lady that did the song for me, Money Talk with Adrian, y'all remember that? So she did that jingle for me, and then she did it with the voice and then with just the instrumental. So I have my music for my podcast. But who has procrastinated? I've written down what I want the logo to look like and what I want the backdrop, all of that. And I haven't given it to her because I know she'll do it like really, really quick. Well, first she was getting her nurse practitioner. She graduated. She was valedictorian, money T, money T. She was valedictorian of her class. She's nurse practitioner, and she's out here with me in California. And so, I wanted to give her a break, but I think psychologically, I just need to go ahead and give her that so she can produce that, and we can go start start the new year with this podcast. And the reason why I spend so much time talking to you guys, because I'm trying to get my courage ready to start the podcast. And being on that, being a guest host, a guest on the the TikTok podcast or live that they did on Wednesday really made me realize, like, hey, you need to get it together. Like, the people are waiting. And so those are the things that I'm saying to you guys of my stronghold. Y'all know I just tell y'all everything because I feel like y'all my family. And sometimes when you just get it out, it makes you more accountable. And I have my own coach, and every week he be just like rolling his eyes, like, are you? I don't actually see him, but I know he's rolling his eyes because he's like, but you said I could do everything else. But when it comes to that, so I need to get this thing together and go ahead and put it out there. And so, from pandemic to payoff, one nurse's journey to debt-free living. Okay, one nurse's journey to debt-free living. So I tell the story, and I do, and I've done it. Like, I've done all that stuff, and it's written down. So I just need, like, to make it happen. So those are the things that are part of those goals and objectives for the end of this year, and some objectives for the coming year. I also have a product that I'm working on to have that uploaded as well. So it's all these things. So in my time that I'm taking, taking off and taking a breather, I'm trying to make sure that I get these things done. So I'm excited, but I'm saying that to you guys to hold me accountable to complete these things because people need these things. And it's not because of a finances, because, you know, I'm good whether I make a dime, but it's about getting those products out so people will be able to glean from that, especially my nursing clan. We need to get on the ball. We need to get on the ball. We need to be ready for retirement. We need not to be stuck and feel like we can't make things happen. So that's where I am. That's where I am. That's where I am. And it's been 30 minutes, and I think I'm done for today. I think I am, because there's no one on here. So there's no sits and staying on. Let me tell you, y'all, YouTube, y'all better get it together, because I'm telling you, TikTok, they were out in full effect. I need y'all to show up for me, show up for me, show up for me. Consistency is the key to breakthrough. And so stick to your goals. This was week 7. We're going into week 8. Let me know what's going on with ya. What's going on with you? And Jill, how did you do this week, lovely? How did you do this week with your spending? Yes, yes, yes. We got nothing. We got nothing. Jill, 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 Jill. Okay, Jill's a little shy today. She's not wanting to give us hers. But okay, so as I recap, I did 24.66 on one meal, 20.04 on another meal, and I did that $10 at the Dollar Tree, and like I said, $3 was that lady. So I really went over, like, it still was 9.70, but in actuality 6.70. But yes, I had a fabulous week, and yeah, things are good. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will give you your time back. This is a wonderful, lovely, lovely Saturday. Oh, okay. Here's my buddy, dear Stacy. She said she'll be ready for the 2024 challenge. Okay, the 2024 challenge is what we're gonna do, and we'll set those parameters next week. We will talk about that. Let me tell y'all, life is wonderful. We walk in forgiveness and love, first of all, towards ourselves and for others. And we just got to get back on the bandwagon. And like I was saying a minute ago, that, you know, my fear of failing, my fear of letting people down is sometimes a link to the procrastination, and just finishing those projects that I started, that will yeah, the finishing those product projects that I started, to make sure that I, you know, get things done and put out those products. So that's what I'm gonna do, and it's just good to see that we'll end the year together, we'll start the year together, and we'll set some individual goals, and we'll set some goals as a group. We're definitely gonna continue with our spending allowance, because I see that you guys are paying off your debts, you're doing your emergency funds, and so it's helping, you know. And we don't need to move into anything else besides going into really doing the budget. You know, I'm going to spend more time with that. But other than that, we need to stick to this spending allowance, because it's giving you that opportunity to control your spending. And where did your money go this week? You know, and I know a lot of people had family from out of town, and it's very difficult to stay on task when other people are kind of like dictating where you doing. You know, is what we have to do is Jill sent me something, and she was saying about having, you know, having, working on other opportunities, and yes, those are good as long as we maintain and stick with our budgets, and, you know, our goals and our objectives, because sometimes we kind of get distracted, and we got to make sure that we're meeting those initial goals. For me, with my ADHD self, I tend to be all over the place, and I have to say, okay, get back to it, get back to it, get back to it. So continue to do your goals and your objectives. Stick to your spending allowances, and enjoy this journey. And just stop spending, don't increase. I just can't wait to hear what people have to say about how did they do with that Black Friday, with Black Friday, spending the money. But so I will end this with continue to stop spending and make sure that you sow into your emergency fund. And once you get a fully funded emergency fund, the next thing you'll do is start paying that credit card, that first $200 bill that you normally pay $10, you're going to pay $50, and in 4 months that will be done. But however, while you're paying that bill off, you will continue to pay minimum on those other bills. No missed payments, no payments, okay? And then the next bill will be our snowball, and we'll go to that next bill until we pay all our debt off. In the meantime, we will stop spending, and we will talk to ourselves when we get in the store, and we will say, what is this? Do I need this? What would I use this for? And then you will say, where is the money coming from? And you're going to say, I have it or I don't. And you will run out that store. You'll get out that computer. You will do whatever it takes to stay focused on your financial goals and stop making excuses about I need to treat myself or I work hard, I deserve this, all that stuff. You deserve. And I'm telling you, that same stuff that you spent money on Black Friday is still on your credit card from last year when you hadn't paid that off. So you just keep adding stuff. Credit cards just keep going up because you're going to Black Friday, you're going online. Stay out them stores. Stay out them stores. Stay out them stores. Okay, stay out them stores. Stay out them stores. All right, so we are going on. You guys have a wonderful day. You have a wonderful day. And let's see. Someone said they couldn't hear me. I don't know what that is. Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? But that was the last thing I said was, whatever you bought last year is still on those credit cards from Black Friday last year. So let's just try not to do those things. All right, I'm going to go, you guys. Have a fabulous week, and I will see you next time. Stop spending, stop spending, stop spending.